Okay, so I'm now recording our session. So
Okay,
I'm saying here is, and I might stumble through because I kind of click and try to figure, I don't remember all this stuff, but if
I
I
know.
view and I go to navigation pane, I'm gonna click that, and you see over here to the left, this box,
Oh,
and it
okay.
says like, here are your headings that you have right now. So anything that you have set as a header will show up in this navigation pane. And here's the thing, if I click on these, it'll take me to that spot in the syllabus.
Okay.
So it's not,
What about the syllabus itself? It just not on there.
no, we're in the syllabus. Yeah. So what I'm
Oh,
saying,
I get it. Okay, got it. So,
yeah. So these right now, this means it has right now nothing much to do with how accessible it is. I'm just talking about the headers. So right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 headers, and those it's just like when we're doing, like if you're looking in a textbook, it's
yeah, yeah.
that table of contents, right? It shows you here are the parts. So a header allows students with like screen readers or something like that to get to specific parts, but it helps any student get to specific parts. And it also helps you create, if you wanted to, like you can create a table of contents really quickly. And that table of contents will help any student hop around to any point in your syllabus. So
Where is the table? Where do you?
you have to create it. So once
Oh,
you
okay.
make your
Right.
headings, and once you make headings, it will allow you to easily create a table of contents. So the reason I wanted to look here is because I wanted to see how many headings you actually have. So you have, there's more sections in your syllabus that you might want to create headers for. So let me just open, and
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
let me just show you, because it's not that it's necessarily like my syllabus, I know, is kind of a monster, and there's room for improving it always. I'm only going to show you, this is my summer syllabus too. So it's, you know how we trying to get stuff prepared for summer.
Yes.
So here is my syllabus, and here's my table of contents. I just have it open. The first page is a table of contents. So all of these items you see here are, I'm going to close my navigation pane for now, just so we can see the syllabus, the table of contents. So what they were saying is a hierarchy. So you have a level 1 label or heading. That's the biggest heading. So these first two are level 1 headings. And then these under ones are subheadings. So they're indented, and this creates a hierarchy.
Okay. All right.
So this is the most important. Here's the course information. But under course information, I have these other small units of content: syllabus changes, description, learning outcomes. So, and then when we get down here, I made this, and this is all your preference. I made this a level 1 heading because now I'm switching to college policies and practices. But this is what we mean by hierarchy. Big header, first line header, second. And then like here I have second, but underneath this, I even have some smaller headings. That's what it means.
And the computer got those topics from your syllabus, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
well, I'm saying here that if a students who are, all students don't need this, but some students are savvy and they're like, how do I get around this syllabus quickly without having to scroll through all the pages? So creating headers and then using the table of contents to create your talk. Now, a student who knows this knows that I can now do a right click and I can click on any one of these headers and it will magically take me to that point in the syllabus. So I clicked on course overview in the table of contents and it just took me to this page in the syllabus instead of me doing this.
Okay.
But
So,
that's what the
yeah.
headers are.
Oh, I probably should create one for mine then. I don't.
Well, you can, but not at this moment, because right now, like I said, yours meets the accessibility requirement. And
Okay.
the difference between saying I meet the requirement and now knowing that you can improve it. Because you can always you know, bring that level up even though you meet. So I wouldn't mess with it at this moment because you have more important things to do.
Yes.
I just wanted to explain to you what hierarchy meant.
Okay.
And
I thought hierarchy meant that the headings needed to be in a different font, a different size.
well, and they are, but so if I click on, so this is the title of my syllabus. So this title here, it should tell me what style it, so these are, and it also use styles. So
And then, yeah, and this thing, I didn't know what to do
yeah,
with
it's
this.
very, for me, it's very confusing. Because it's there and it's also up here. But the thing is, and every time at some point, I'm going to have to ask someone in IT who knows words to help me understand this. Because every time I sort of just fumble through and figure it out. So yeah, so you see this screen over here that popped up the styles?
That what?
Do you see on my right, it says?
Yes, yes.
So what I did was, let me close this. What I did was I took my cursor next to the item that I know I have a header, and I went underneath this box that says styles. There's this little dot, which who knows that's there? I don't know. So that little dot, I clicked on it and it says, oh, this line in your syllabus is a level 1 heading. It's the biggest heading that there is. It tells me this is
Okay, I see.
yep. And then this is a level 2 heading. So if I go here,
What's a level 2? That one.
it's smaller. A level 2 is just smaller than level 1, which
All right.
is going to be nested. So if I highlight this and I tell it, I want this to be a level 1 heading. It made it a level 1 heading. And then if I highlight whatever it is I highlight and tell it, okay, now I want that to be a level 2 heading. You see it?
Okay, I got it.
So
So level 1 is the highest. There's
yes. And
okay.
And so, and anything that you choose other than a heading 1 will be nested underneath.
Okay.
So, but it gets more confusing because it messes with the font, and you can go in and change these fonts. So all that is just a whole nother, but I just wanted to explain to you what that nesting means.
Okay.
So the things that are furthest out are basically a step up between anything that's nested underneath it.
All right.
So, okay. So that part
Got that.
was aside, but I didn't want you to not have a little bit more clearer, hopefully, definitely.
Yes, yes, it is. And I didn't know I know what the words mean. And then she said parallel, and then I was thinking like it is in the sentence, is all of the headings and the way you space it should be the same, right?
Yes. So,
okay, like if I put technology and skip a line and explain it, I want to keep doing that through the rest of the syllabus.
Yes. So what you want that structure of content. So all of these are sections of the syllabus, and you can decide by headings what sections you want to sort of make it easier for students to navigate to. So if I go back to view, and I'm going to turn on my navigation pane so I can see all my headers. So, and I'm going to put mine next to yours. So within your syllabus, if we created a table of contents, it would have these 5 sections. In my syllabus,
it won't have the rest of the stuff like student learning outcomes and
not in a header, because you haven't created headers for everything. I am a header fanatic. I don't suggest these many. I have a problem, but I do suggest.
So student learning outcomes is not a header?
In mine?
In mine.
It is set as an it's not a hyperlinked header. Let's see, you have it underlined.
I always underline my headings.
Yeah, but I don't think it's set as an actual header, like an automatic header, these over here. It is not. But right now it doesn't need to be, because you have it right now at this point, your syllabus meets the accessibility So you don't want to mess with anything.
Okay, I'm leaving it because I
Later,
spent way too
yes.
much time. And that's why I'm
Yes.
behind on
Can
everything.
you make changes later? Yes. But what I want to show you here is I'm going to close. So I have my main headers. So right now, my largest header, my header 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. Those are the big areas of my syllabus. And you have specific areas of your syllabus. So
Right.
basically, I think mine would meet just having these headers, but I am a header fanatic. So underneath, I have nested other parts of the syllabus, but that is not necessary. I just want you to see, if I open this, this means this is my biggest header, and underneath it are other significant points, but I turned them on. So I just turned on my headers for them so I could see that hierarchy of content.
Okay, and I won't do this now, but how do I make it so that all of the topics in my syllabus can be on the table of contents?
Okay, that's the thing. You have to decide. You don't need all of the contents. You have to decide what parts you want on the table. You just want them to get to specific areas.
Right.
So that's a personal preference. That's what I'm saying. Yours currently is fine, but it's a person, like if you want them to see the agenda and the 3 units, that means that's what you decided is the most pertinent, important content. They're still gonna have everything else in the syllabus, but if I open yours right now, since I am playing around with it, and we create a talk based on what's here, I always have to look it up because I forget where it is. Table of contents. So you have this search bar on Word, and I don't always remember where things are, so I use the search bar. Like when they told you use the accessibility checker, I often don't remember where it is, but if I go here and I type in accessibility, it'll find it for me.
Okay.
I don't remember, so I'm doing the same thing with the table of contents. And in my head, I don't remember, but I know this can create a table of contents. So I'm gonna type in, and there it is, table of contents. It'll find it for me. And it says, well, what kind of table of contents do you want us to create? I'm gonna do the nested headings based on a heading size. So if I just click this one.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it'll create a table of contents wherever you have your cursor. So
I see that.
But
I would just want a.
But I'm saying, like, I put this, you have to pay attention to where your cursor is when you create it. So I put it in the middle of the page. We don't want it there. I made a mistake. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up here to this undo button.
And undo it. Okay.
So I want it if you want it after this content and before course. So I can go back and say, okay, this is where I want the table.
Oh, I would put it right on the syllabus? You don't have like a separate page for it?
You can put it wherever it is you want. So if I put it above this, it'll be, so yeah, you can put it wherever it is you want. So if you want it to start before online integrated writing.
Okay.
I got to put my cursor there. This is where I want the syllabus, the table of contents to start. I was imagining like this is the first thing, is like the information that they see, and then here are the pages, like in a book, like this is the cover. And then, but you can put it wherever you want. I have mine at the very start, so I'm gonna put the cursor there. Nope. I gotta go to my box. One day I'm gonna remember where this is. So there's your contents page. And if you want it to be on a separate page, what you do is you start a new page. So if you want this to be page 1, I can put my cursor there and go to insert. And if I put a page break, it'll take that content to the next page. So this is.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So if that's how you want it, yes. And so I definitely then would turn this here into a header, because this is like the start of the syllabus. So I probably would.
Okay.
And this, remember, this is just the one you let me play with. So I'm not changing anything for you.
All right.
I'm gonna take away all that formatting you had, because once I turn this into a header, it's gonna give it its own formatting. Special formatting that the computer can read as a point, as an automatic point in the doc. So you see, I highlighted this
Yes.
information and I went to the home, and here I have the style stuff up here.
Yes.
So if I click heading 1, you see how it's already formatted?
Yes.
And you may not like that formatting, you can change it because you're using Arial for your font. So you're using Arial, so you're gonna want this to be Arial too. I don't know how to change.
Well, no, I'm gonna want Times New because that's, the header should be different, right?
Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to right click on this and I'm gonna modify the heading because you want it to be Times New Roman. That's all I'm gonna change. You just want it Times New Roman. The other sizes I leave alone because that helps them nest. So I check the Times New Roman. Do you care if it's bold or not?
I like it bold, but
Okay. I'll put your, yeah, so I'll put what you had back into. So now I'm just formatting this heading that it is going to be bold, Times New Roman, and underline. But keep in mind, I'm doing this on my computer, so none of this is going to be on your computer.
okay, so it won't change it, right?
Now, you have to do this. It'll change on the version that I have, but that's because I'm working on
Yeah.
computer. So I'm going to change that. Why did it not? And now you see how it popped up over here? Now you have created an automatic headers, this online integrated course.
Okay, and how did you do this again?
Exactly.
Okay.
No worries, because I will get this to you, because remember, your syllabus is already past accessibility. All I'm doing is adding additional accessibility items. And that's
Okay.
to get you going, because you have so much to get started. So if I go here, because I made a change in the document, I want to update the table of contents so it'll reflect. And if I click update, the entire table, boom, do you see? There
it is, yep.
And so this may be all, I need to pare down my headings because my table of contents is so long. So this here that tells the students, here are the major sections in this document. So that's what you want here, is just so they can see sort of the document at a glance. And it also will tell them, because it updates automatically, what pages this stuff is on. So you only want places that they need to get to. So it starts basically, we got page 2. Now, another way to think about this is maybe at the start of every page you want that heading there, because then so if I make this.
So you highlighted it, and then what did you do?
I'm gonna go up to the heading, but see, my computer has the heading set at this weird color. So I'm gonna, I don't want that. I want it just normal. I'm gonna change it, the font to Times New Roman. And you like bold and underline, and then I'm going to change the color. I do not know why it's automatically these.
Yeah, because you can hardly read it.
I don't know. I just gonna change everything. So now.
So heading 2.
Heading 2 is now, it's still Times New Roman, but it's smaller. That's all.
All right. Okay.
And you see how because it's a heading 2, it got nested underneath the main title, which is the course. Because everything else is really nested underneath the course.
So that would keep going down a minute, and I want to see. Okay, so that.
What do I have? So they'll basically, I'm creating headers that just highlight the content on each page, because this content starts on. again, it's up to you how you want to identify. So here,
And then what about like the grading policy and?
whatever it is you want to highlight, you can turn into a header and put it's your preference.
Okay, so course specific requirements is good.
Well, let me just show you this method. So like you have technology, right? And it starts on page 3 and then it goes over to page 4. I just want to make
Yes, I know.
here. So I'm
gonna make it smaller.
No. I'm just gonna make, so if you ever want to like, you know, have new content, like I would rather have all this content on the next page and have it split up on 2.
I know.
Instead of tabbing down, you don't want to do that because tabbing down creates all these extra spaces that if the student, you know, is and the screen reader is going to read all that. So this is why you want to use the insert and page break. The page break makes a clean break and it's going to take all of that to the next page and there's no spaces here.
Okay, got it.
So we're going to go from there. The students will go from there immediately here. So I put all of it just on the next page. And since we're on the next page, this is the start of the next page. I would just make this a level 2. And again, these are just suggestions. I'll make this another level 2. Because now we have basically on this page and then the page that starts technology. And once they're here, they can see, I don't need to make headings for everything on this page. They can see here's the other stuff. It's basically what you want to prioritize. And right now I'm going to do the same thing here with the title, right? Because it splits on a page.
I don't like it split either. It drives me nuts.
So I'm going to have you do this. Let's just work on this. Let's just get this nice and neat. So I'm going to give you control of this mouse instead of me doing it. Where am I? I'm going to try to give you, okay. Yep. Yes. So you should have something pop up on your screen.
Click start, okay.
Now you have control. Now, yep, the cursor is there. Now we want to make a page break. So you want to just push all that to the next page. So we're going to, nope. You want to go and take this to the next page. So we're going to go to insert next to the home and page break. And it's going to clean break. And now, since you have that on a new page, you might want to make that a header so that students to this page. So now you want to highlight it. Well, and I'm not sure if you got to highlight the whole thing or you just put the cursor in front.
All right, and then do
home. You got to go to the home tab where the headers are. And you're looking for heading 2. Yep. And you see it popped up underneath. Yep. So there you have it.
All right, and I gotta get rid of some of these spaces too, right?
Oh, it moved a bit much. There you go.
And then
just scroll down and see what's next underneath this. You definitely want to use, is that the end?
Yeah, so I've got to figure out, I hate to have a separate page for.
Oh, yep, you're good. So go to change it to syllabus, yeah. So put the cursor in front of there. Oh, no, you don't, yeah, you can go ahead and change that to.
Heading 2?
If you want that to be, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. So go ahead and change that to header 2. Yeah, I don't know if you have to highlight the whole thing. So there you go. Just click 2, it'll change it. Ah, look, it took you to the next page anyway, so you're good.
Okay, so I got to get the class agenda. I'd have to move that up, right? Okay, what page is that on? The menu page?
What page is what on?
Changes to the syllabus. It looks like it's on.
It's on, yeah, you don't, so you want changes to the syllabus. You want, what? You're clicking too quickly.
Yes, and then it got smaller, why?
Yeah, do the undo again. There you go. Okay, so you want changes to the syllabus up on this other page here.
Yeah, but I gotta do something
So
else.
yes, then you're gonna have to get a little, you know what? Let's let me get control of the mouse again.
Okay,
So I'm gonna just don't move it. Let's see. Okay, so actually, one of the things I suggest is for the changes to the syllabus, instead of it being buried down here, I usually have it up at the top because I want them to know immediately that the syllabus is subject to changes.
okay,
If it's buried down here, they might not see that. So what I'm
okay.
saying is instead of burying it down there, let's see how this messes up. I would actually put it on the contents page. I would put it somewhere where they can see it. Like, this is the syllabus, but you need to know, kind of like the copyright in a book.
Okay.
Because then they
Well,
know.
it kind of makes sense that it's on the table of contents page, you
Yep.
know?
And then we don't need it to be a header anymore because it's just there. So it doesn't have to be a heading because it's right there in their face. If you still want it bold, you can still do that, but.
And underline, I want to underline, I like,
You want to underline too?
Yeah.
And
There we go.
Times New Roman is different font. Is that big enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So that way it's right there. You already know, and now let's get started. And that should have given us the room to, yep, there it is. It's back on its, you see?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. And then, so this is why this is good because you have this class agenda. So you see here, the nesting or the hierarchy we have, here is the main part. The syllabus starts here. Here's the main pages. And then the next thing, you have this as a level 1, which is good. Like, here's the class agenda. And these units would say you want them nested underneath the class agenda. Because they're not equal. Here's, is the agenda what you need to create, right?
Yes, but I'm wondering, is this going to be specific enough? Do I have to write down all the activities with it? I'm wondering.
Oh, that's what I'm asking you. This here, the class agenda, these units are the class agenda, right?
Right.
I don't know, that you mean for OHCC?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to put all, I just put activities. I didn't put the specifics yet.
Yeah, did they give you a example or anything?
I haven't gotten that far. I'm reading right now, so.
Then I would say if this is gonna, if what I'm reading here is the class agenda is unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and these are the things we're doing for right now. That's what I understand this to say. And is that what you mean it to say? Is that class agenda has 3 units? That's different from the schedule. You haven't created the schedule yet. This is just.
You mean like the activities and everything, what we're going to do on the assignments? Yeah, I haven't yet, no.
But I'm saying, like, I'm interpreting an agenda, I think the same way you are. Like, if I went to a meeting, they give you the bullet, like, here it is. This is stuff we're going to cover. That's an agenda, right?
Right.
So that's what this is, correct?
I hope so.
Okay, so you and I mean, they may tell you differently, but to interpret an agenda just as that is, here's the overview of what we're going to be doing. And it's broken down by units. And no, they'll get those activities later.
Yes, I haven't planned out, but, and yeah, all of this will be filled in, activities and everything, and I'll, when I teach it that day, so.
But that's not gonna be at this point, because that's more than an agenda. That is a breakdown of the schedule, right? So
yes.
So for example, in this document, there is, where's this?
Course agenda right there.
I can't find stuff in my own document. Where do you see it?
right down here. Keep going down.
Oh, right.
There, the very last one.
Mine is probably, yeah, this, my agenda is actually my schedule. But no, I have something else. That,
I want, yeah, okay. I
that's
want
an
to-
overview. So mine is sort of here. This is my grading policy, and
Uh-huh.
break it down like here's participation points and here are the major assignments. So that's like my agenda. Like these are the major things you're gonna do. But once I got to the course schedule, yeah, so all those assignments are broken down into these pieces, but that's my schedule. That's not my,
Agenda.
yeah. So again, if I went to a board meeting or any kind of meeting, they give you the overview of what's going to occur. And when you get there, you get the details. So, and that's why I guess it's important to think about the language, an agenda versus the schedule. So right now, what you have to me looks like an agenda, not a schedule.
Okay. Right.
So what I was saying with what you do have here, you have, I would just say, since this is a specific, I would just change this to heading 2. That's all. You see how you have the course agenda, and then underneath you got unit 1, just creating a hierarchy of the agenda includes these units. Instead of having them all level 1, I just nest them.
Okay, good.
So,
I'm a little nervous about my social injustice unit.
as well, you should be.
Uh,
Do it anyway. It's got to get done.
I'm going to. It's got to be discussed. So,
Well, I picked books for my popular lit course, and I thought it's going to be great. But they happen to heavily coincide with what's going on with going on in America right now, and I didn't plan that. So yeah, it heightened all of the injustices that are in those texts are like hyper visible now, and that was none of my planning. I just had to.
yeah, it just happened. I know.
So,
I know.
So see how we just nested the big parts. We only created headers for the big sections of your paper, of your syllabus. So if I close these, the links, it looks like, so these are level 1 headings.
Okay.
Beneath them are nested the other big components of your course. So that's all, this is what hierarchy means. First level of attention, things that are nested, and you can nest all the way down to level 4 or 5. You can keep making it smaller and smaller. But what that means for the syllabus, and here's the thing, again, if students know, and the students who need this, they know how to find it. They know how to open the navigation pane, and they know that they can click over here, and it'll take them to those specific points in the semester. The students who don't know it, they're not using it, you don't need to tell them about it.
Okay, here's another one that needs to be.
Yeah, this has to do, and this font is different. Why is it all bold?
Because I don't know. I like it dark.
Bold in the tech language, the QM language, should be reserved for communicating specific types of importance.
All right, well, let's get rid of that then.
Okay.
Except for the top. I like the topics bolded.
Yep, so that'll give us some space, and that might bring, and this is Arial 10. Is that what you mean it to be?
Yeah, I just picked one. I don't know what that means on my computer. Every now and then I get that, what does that mean?
What
it's a new
does that mean?
It makes a noise. It goes boo.
Oh.
What does that mean? I don't know.
I don't hear it, so I don't know either. Mm-hmm. If you do that, but I don't know if you like that.
Yes.
I could just to be determined, and then
finally, oh yeah, there isn't enough room to put it underneath there, is it?
Well, there might be. Let me make this not bold. The thing here is the spacing between these items.
I did what she had told me to do, to go under paragraph
Uh-huh.
and do, oh, I can't do it. And then it should
I
be
know.
after the paragraph 0 to 6 or something. Paragraph.
Yeah.
And then,
It's there. The after is 6.
okay.
Yes. So, yeah, you might have to, like, this is gonna be little.
Unless I make the font smaller, but
What is this? This is odd. There we
what? Okay.
go. It's just off a little bit. Activity blogs, YouTube videos. Yeah. And there's the things, I mean, things you can do, because you can have these listed. You could do activities and blogs, you know?
Okay, yeah, all right. Let's
We
do
probably
that
should
then.
use that. We should use the word and.
All right. Yes, because then they'll use it.
Oh, you don't have blogs in the second unit? They just got journal writing?
Where am I here? What's the second unit is, yes, we should put
It should be
blogs there
blogs?
too.
Okay, all right.
Well, no, journal writing, they're gonna have all kinds of,
Yeah, but you have that
prompts.
activity, blogs, journal writing in unit 3, and you
Yeah,
have, but in unit 1, you just have activities and blogs. So that's what I was
Yeah.
asking. In
no
unit-
journals there, I
no
don't think.
journals. Okay, so in unit 2, is it just activities and journals?
Yes,
Activity, blogs, and journals.
yeah,
All right, so the reason I put, yeah, so activities and blogs.
you want to put activities and journal writing together?
It's up to you. I was just
Yeah,
trying.
that'd be, huh?
You want that?
Yeah, because it matches kind of the other two as far
And
as,
then activity. Well, the reason I didn't is because activities and blogs go
oh,
together.
and yeah, and then the journal,
Or-
I got it.
But
Okay,
see,
let's do
but blogs are writing. So remember, all we're trying to do is get some space here at the bottom and also make sense. So if we do this,
just put the journal writing back down.
well, we do this activity and leave blogs, and then we can do activities, and I'll show you why, and then leave journals. But here we can do activities, because I'm interpreting blogs and journals as like this, you gotta write something. And then
Yeah,
those two are writing, and we still get the space you need, I hope. Yeah.
okay, good.
And so that's and then, oh, we need to update this. I'm gonna give you mouse controls, see if you remember how to update the table of contents. Or I'll walk you through it.
All right,
So you just wanna go on the table of contents, content area on that very first page, of your document, go to the first page of your document and hover
yeah,
your cursor, yep, in there, highlight anywhere in there. Just click and highlight.
I do
There you go.
that.
See that? Yep. And no.
I don't want all of that.
Nope, since you highlighted it, you see the little gray tab that popped up against the word above contents. It says update table.
All right, so I have to do that.
Click on the update table slowly now. So go and say update entire table. Click OK. And now there you have the new hierarchy that you created.
Can I add a little more to it?
You
Like, huh?
You can add whatever you want. Just remember, the way you're adding it is turning that content in the document into a header.
Right.
So yeah, anything else you see that's missing that you want to turn into a header, you can.
Okay,
And then you have to go and update.
like grading policy, I would like to,
Yep, so go to grading policy, find it.
what, yeah, let's see here.
There it is. Yep, highlight it and turn it into probably a level 2, yeah.
Okay,
And yeah, you have one other one you want to do?
well, the title, what is it? Is that my Roman numerals? I'm sorry, I don't know.
9.
That's Title IX reporting policy is fine, but then I would like to do online tutoring services.
The only reason that Title IX is a header is because it starts a page.
Right.
You can take those off. You can add or subtract whatever it is you want to be headers.
And then I want to do the plagiarism one too, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, and you can come back and make up changes whenever you want.
All right, so
Go back up to, actually, don't scroll. Go over to your navigation pane and just click on the very first online, your very first heading. Just click there. It'll take you, yeah. Well, duh, you still gotta scroll up, my bad.
What do you want me to do?
Scroll up to the table of contents.
Yeah.
And then you had to update, made changes to the headings.
Okay, so where is that?
There it is. Update entire table. And there you have it.
Good, okay, that's good.
So the other thing you can consider is, I'm gonna take control back from this mouse, if you let me.
Yep.
So yeah, and so there you have it. You could, let's see what is here.
I was going to ask you about that. The first page, or not the contents, but the next page.
Mm-hmm.
What about this? Should that be with this?
No, I would have put the table. That's what earlier I would have suggested that the table of contents went underneath here. Went right here.
Oh, okay.
That's what, because you have all your contact information, and then you have the table of contents, like a book. Like this would be the cover of your book. So I would have put this above the table of contents.
All right, but I'm talking about this line right here. Shouldn't that be at the top here next to online integrated reading and writing?
It
098, huh?
That's your personal preference. It doesn't have to be. The reason I separated it is because this would make this header incredibly long, but this is the course, and there are other courses that are, but this just happens to be the section number and the date. So
I can take off online.
Yeah, it's not online. It should just be.
No, yeah.
That's what it is, right?
No, it's IRW 098.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm stuck in some other place. IRW
098, integrated reading and writing, and then
this happens to be section.
Okay.
Right? Can't spell section. This is section, and the term happens to be summer 2020. Now, does it say in the syllabus, when the students go to log on, does it say online? It doesn't say, it doesn't have online as part of the title of the class, does it?
Yes, I think it does.
Well, I would just double check that. However it is listed in the student center, that should be your title.
Okay.
Because I know Ian, the English composition courses, they're not, the online comes after the fact. So the online is where it would normally be in a classroom. It's not part of the title. So
Okay,
the title, and then you get the section number, and then you say, you know, 132 main or online, but it's not an official part of the.
all right, would you darken that section thing too, since the rest of it's dark? Thank you.
So if you, because I do see what you're saying, like you do want online somewhere. So
Yeah,
you might put it here, online.
okay. There, that's good.
Okay, so, but this is the, right, I know, okay, that's. But anyway, I'm gonna save this under a draft title, and then I will just email it to you. Because you don't have any of these changes.
All right, oh, that's you.
Yeah, I'm going to save it. I have, really? Where is it?
Yeah, so you can,
I'm just gonna email it to you, and you can do what you want with it. I'm just
all
gonna
right,
a different name.
just take the hall off of it.
Revision.
Yeah, I think you got it right.
You want to be careful when you make your titles, names of your files, not to use special characters.
I know.
So I'm going to take that number sign out, because that's what I heard in the past, and sometimes it'll not.
It won't accept it.
Yeah, so I'm taking that out. I use it. So summer 20. Or I can also upload it into your, which that might be faster. I could just upload it into your course and you'll have it there. But either way. Okay, so I'm not sure I helped you with what you came to get help with.
Yes, I want to go back to my class a minute,
All right.
the one that we've been working on.
I'm gonna give you control so you can go where you, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just gonna give you control so you can go
Okay,
where you want. All right, there you go.
all right, so can you show, is this how I make a new menu item? I can't remember. I know I've done it. Is it this file?
The mouse isn't moving. Did you accept control?
I thought I did.
All right. Yep, there you go. It's moving now.
Yeah. Do I go like up here to file?
Wait, you're trying to create a new file,
No, I want to create a new tab or title.
for the main menu here?
Yes.
Okay, if you want a new section for the main menu, you want to go to the little plus sign with the, yeah, and you want to create a content area.
I got it.
You want a brand new content area? All right. And what are you creating?
I don't know. I just want to remember because I was trying to.
Well, yeah, that's going to give you a whole new content area in which you need to put stuff in.
Right, like maybe unit 1. Maybe do the units separate. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah, just then let's go ahead and do that, because I was going to ask how you going to get that. So unit 1.
Okay.
All right, so now let's click on what you just created, Unit 1. It's going to be empty. So that's my question to you. If Unit 1 is going to be what, weeks 1 and 2?
Yes.
Right. So how are you going to create in here a folder for each week or just assignments or what? How do they know what week or they're working?
I will put all the activities in Unit 1 that I'm going to do. And then the assignment for that, the next day or whatever, will go up here. It'll just be like maybe the first 2 items for Unit 1 will be the assignment for the next day.
So how are they gonna know to navigate between the unit activities? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I get that. We can then do that. I think go ahead and do that for Unit 1, and then we can integrate those things together later.
You mean like do item?
No, you said you're going to, in Unit 1, you're gonna put in all of the activities. And
Yeah,
then,
but I haven't done it yet. So, I mean,
yeah,
I've got to like
no,
write
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That once you create the activities and then the actual assignment is going to be in the assignment section for Unit 1. So once you get those 2 things done,
We can integrate them.
I can help you with how to design them, like how to
Okay.
move between them.
And that's what I'm going to need help with. So I've
Yes.
only got 1 more week.
Well, no, once you get Unit 1 done,
Yes.
you work through that, then I repeat.
Unit 2, yes. But I want to make sure that I don't want to do all 3 units and have to go back and redo 2
No,
of
that's
them.
why I said let's make
Okay.
if you wanna, you tell me when it has to be like earliest for me. If you want to meet again this time Thursday or before.
Let's do whatever time you have next week. I'm gonna try to get my stuff integrated. Like my instructor stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna stop our recording. We don't need this part.